All is well, thank you. Nefer and Yehoda had to stay at the curatorium to wrap things up, so...
I ran into Miss Inefa and Miss Aino on the way back. Their work is still in progress.
You seem rather cheerful.
I certainly am. I achieved what I set out to do and came away with more than I bargained for. Fighting alone can get quite tedious, but I had the good fortune to run into a pair of...
We meet again. How have you been?
Albedo! What are you doing here?
That would be a natural assumption to make.
These two courageously lent me a hand while I was fighting the wild hunt. And given how people of outstanding talent tend to cross paths, it's no wonder.
So? Who's your travel buddy, Albedo?
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
A gentleman of few words, I see, and a rather stern countenance. I presumed you were...
It's nice to meet you. Again.
Wait a sec! You're...
That's right. It's me.
By the way, he says it's okay if you drop the mini.
Yeah, I'm not as mini.
Interesting, isn't it? The first step towards blending into human society.
Wow! You look... so different!
Thank you, Paimon. And although you're as mini as ever, I understand.
Wow! You're such a smooth talker now. Paimon could get used to this. From now on...
Personally, I think when people call...
You're absolutely right, Miss Lauma.
Anyway, speaking of long journey...
She's been catching up with old friends. When we... Uh-oh. People are talking about...
Judging from your expressions, I'm guessing...
It's getting crowded here.
No need. This is a job for...
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be meeting Sandrone shortly, as we still have some things.
We really appreciate your help.
Oh, come on. Spare the formality.
I understand.
Oh, this place is hopping. It's probably a good thing one of us left. Otherwise, we might not fit.
Are you saying we're about to run out of chairs?
As a matter of fact, I am. Come on in and see for yourself.
I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. With Miss Columbina's colleague gone, we should be back to the original though it looks like we have another new face. Someone else managed to rope in a colleague too?
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people I know here.
This here is Deansliff, colleague of Tibet's greatest guide, Paimon, and greatest adventurer, the Traveler. Well, not exactly colleagues, more sort of... friends.
When someone else jumps in to do the announcing, you know you're speaking to someone important.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Note to self. Once Paimon knows your name, the rest of the world will soon follow.
When he comes looking for us, it's usually something important. Paimon's guessing you've heard about the Wild Hunt, then.
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that the Wild Hunt is our mutual enemy, would that earn me a seat at the table?
As the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Mr. Dainsliff, there's a seat with your name on it. Though, I can't promise the same for everyone else. Hey, Albedo, think you can rustle up a couple more chairs?
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varka's first order is to rustle up a couple more chairs. I've missed this.
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, he's your brother. Why are you asking him?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of human conversation. Trying to decipher Albedo's way of speaking has been like jumping in at the deep end.
Oh, good point. Paimon gets you now. Don't sweat it. There are people who go their whole lives without getting the hang of it. You're ahead of the game already.
I wonder what's taking Nefer so long.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her.
I just got back from the curatorium. Besides,
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets. And since gathering intel is her specialty, under such
oh, but it's fine for...
what can I say? You have an unrivaled ability to garner...
Impressive. She barely fought back at all. I admire...
As I'm sure Miss Lauma will realize soon enough, the trick in life is to always pitch in with other people's responsibilities so that you can be...
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
Spoken like a true saint.
Anyway, looks like we've got some time to kill before the meeting. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves.
You're both awfully quiet. Why don't... Have either of you ever had your portrait painted?
That sounds like a lovely idea.
I dabble occasionally.
He's an excellent painter.
I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance.
I'll bear that in mind.
Oh, whatever style.
Very well.
You can replicate any style.
I can try. If you...
Thank you.
Is there something you'd like to say?
Yeah! For starters, why'd you just show up here without even giving...
If you think back to our previous interactions, you may recall...
You do have a point there. Oh yeah! You'll need to find somewhere to stay the night too, right? Want to tag along with us?
Sure.
Great! And in return, we can get Dainsliff to be our very own personal bodyguard.
If that's what you had in mind, you should have said so sooner.
Oh, okay then. Anyway, since we're all here together, we might as well watch each other's back.
Indeed.
Truth be told, I can't remember the last time I was in a meeting with so...
You're not alone there, my friend. The light keep...
I don't doubt that. I've only ever met two Ratniki, one being you, and the other being...
Itlua's a good apple. I'll give him that. He's kind, honest...
So you're what? A fake... Come on.
Sorry. I'm not even gonna...
Let's just keep this between ourselves.
That goes without saying.
Anyone else in the know?
It's dangerous being...
Then, in the name of the Animo Archon
When we went for drinks, you said that you and Barbados were practically
Of course. Just as long as you don't...
Fair enough, then.
Ah, Miss Nefer. You made it after all. But what about Yehoda?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to continue my work. I left Yehoda back at the
So...
Not so loud! We're on a...
I didn't say anything. Right, Flints?
Must have been a frog. They get so noisy around here at nighttime.
Anyway, before we begin, there's a few introductions to make. First up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon Scions, a local religious community in Nodcry. Then there's Miss Nefer, boss of the... Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerer's background. Assisted over here, we have Mr. Flints, a Ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. For those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Albedo, a renowned alchemist and captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former... Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion and quite...
Wow! That's a lot of people...
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way, so,
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it...
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission for you.
And you are...
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter is that I'd like you to gather more intelligence about the Recher of...
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say your job's probably more hassle than it's worth. Something about you seems
It's my eyes, isn't...
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even still alive raises an awful lot of questions.
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Conria. As I'm sure you're aware.
Really? Then you must have been quite an influence.
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends. What am I missing here? Sure.
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria. I have never spoken openly of this before. The visionary, Vedifenir, Gold, Rhine-daughter, who desired to create life. And last of the five, Rerir is the...
In other words, you're saying that...
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in
Strangely, the fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse dynasty. One day, my elder brother, the visionary, Vedifenir, was summoned to the palace by the Vinster King, only for the king to gouge out his eye. When I came to hear of this, my fury knew no bounds. Centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me like a never... But then, I was betrayed.
So, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif.
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. Uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery. But before you decide if you...
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Can I borrow your halo?
Hey, enough with the wisecracks! Besides,
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment.
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif.
Before that, there's a few things...
Now that we've united the hearts of the three moons, your power should be greatly enhanced. But
you've done so much for me, so I want to be completely honest with you all. Even though I'm doing a lot better now, from the moment I was born, my power has been slowly ebbing away. And that is because Tevat has never accepted. So far, I have yet to find a solution. Even so, I will do everything in my power to help you drive out the Rerir of Solnari. As Arlecchino put it, this is not about
Kutar.
Defeating the Rerir of Solnari will be no easy task.
Naturally. We should take all the help we can.
We've considered several viable plans now. But is it even possible to kill Rerir? What experiences shaped the person or monster he became? And what's he really after? Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we...
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Neff.
So you're placing all your...
We can't thank you enough.
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like you...
Ladies, please. I must object to your portrayal of me. That's all. Feel free.
I almost don't want to leave this room.
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer. Something tells me you'll stand by us.
Oh? And what makes you so sure of that?
This isn't about the money. I can sense that you've got a deep-seated distaste for Rerir. And knowing you, that alone is motive enough.
Look at them getting along so well.
And I'm the one they accuse of insincere flattery.
Miss Lauma, you have to understand something. Unlike you, I don't actually enjoy having everyone's hopes on my
Is that right? Well, maybe the fact that I'm willing to put my hopes in other people says more about me than you.
Anyway, Mr. Dainsleif, let's talk. And Traveler, Once we're finished, if you've nothing else planned.
This whole experience is teaching me a lot. For instance, I now know that when other issues come up in the future, I'll have far more luck.
Hate to say it, friend.
Why? You think I've got a...
Quite the opposite. But what makes it so hilarious...
Thank you for waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsleif get a room at...
That's very considerate. Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rarier's past, and you seem fairly familiar with Mr. Dainsleif already. We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should invite you to join this operation. He feels...
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I...
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate you too, Nefer.
That's one way to put it. Another is this, that once a decision's been made, it's set... Alright, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rarier's thoughts again using my confidential method. Now, the reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for... Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. Once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information. But in the interests of safety, you must... Lastly, any individuals of a weaker constitution are advised not to...
Well, good luck, everyone. Sounds like all Paimon can do is cross her finger.
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. While the rest of us are inside Rarier's mind, it's in the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder. I don't anticipate any issue.
I second that. This is a dangerous operation here.
So, Paimon's like...
Good. Please,
So, did Mr. Dainsleif tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rarier kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were the cause of his eventual downfall, but he's asked me to uncover what those secrets...
But surely you're not planning to go through with this.
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand...
Well, as long as you don't let morbid curiosity...
You're
All right, I'm good to...
All set over here, too.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
All right. Let your whole body close your... Phew. Could this be his office? Pretty standard setup. According to Dainsleif, Rarier used to be an intelligence op. Is this where you keep your secrets, Rarier?
Today's files are in. Time to wade Male, 51. Occupation, cook. Neutralized. This one should be archived. Female, 23. Occupation, office clerk. confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent neutralized Another one for purged targets. Sounds like she was that other man's daughter. Never mind. Male, 40. Neutralized. Just another nobody. Come to think of it, I remember surveilling this man. A case like his never would have been considered. Female, 16. Occupation, none. Or neutralized. Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. None whatsoever. Female, 13. Occupation, none. Neutralized. Filed. Male, 11. Neutralized.
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly... Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts.
He looks even gloomier than last time.
Mr. Vedifalnir? It's been quite some time since...
Revier, I trust you...
forgive me. I wasn't tuning... Tell me. Does someone...
It is indeed within my power to foresee...
I was just thinking.
That isn't a lie. Ever since that day we met for drinks...
Does it feel...
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power entails. Once you've... You fear my silence, and long to hear...
That's right.
You must have noticed my reluctance to broach the subject. And the reason is simple. The burden of prophecy.
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear?
Or rather,
You're closer to His Majesty than I am. You must...
You say that as though it is to my benefit. Yet precisely because of that, I dare not speak rashly.
You are so wise.
You make a fair point. Especially... Let me offer you some advice. For many reasons, there is very little...
Hold on. There's that same black fog again. Could this memory belong to Thalindus? Guess I better tread carefully.
Wait. Hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look. His name is Rayrir, and he claims to be one...
What did you...
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man...
Why are you...
Simple. I want you to kill him.
No, absolutely not.
I would never— So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last? Do not forget—
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? The dynasty is long— You think that alone is reason enough for me to throw away everything?
Why wouldn't it be? You two were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me. Don't tell me you've never felt so much as a—
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty, I can try to persuade him. Or have him persuade the Vinster King.
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying to force us to hand the Vinster King? A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. If you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you watch.
The ray here of soul— That really is quite a— But who am I to talk? Love should be built on honesty. But ours? Is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder? If we don't cover up the parts that no one else should see, how can we go— Vedifulnir must have known all— But I won't just sit by and watch this disaster unfold, no matter who I am.
Was that Rerir who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day? As if nothing ever happened.
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out.
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be! So many have died already! We're not going to survive this, are we? But... Felindis!
Sorry. I heard you, though. He's just following the King's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to hunt down rebels.
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives!
No. Rerir has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. Truth be told, apart from my teacher, pretty much no one knows I have any connection.
But as Orlog said, who could possibly—
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you all. Don't forget that Rerir is an Eclipse opera. For now, don't come looking for me. And if
even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us have?
I won't speak in his defense. Nor can I give you a clip here. Hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape presents itself, take it.
You called—
I've got a job, and there's still money coming in. But you can't go anywhere right now. Please think about—
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in their blood?
Why would it? Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle, then choose your angle well. Keep the movements light and brisk, and the prey won't sense a thing.
I doubt that. I'll bet no one's ever died a quiet death like you had.
Work clean. No traces.
That doesn't make it open for order. The king just happens to be right now. It doesn't.
Won't happen.
He's changed. Ever since he fell under the spell of that power. He only had to take out a handful of things.
The ones I dealt with have effortlessly.
Delindis, do you still...
Orla.
The boy who was pretending to sell flowers.
Yes, what about him?
He was arrested 2 days... I just don't get it! After everything, or does it mean nothing to you?
No, that's not...
I need to go now, Delindis. If you have...
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interfere. All subjects of observation that were sent inside have now... The situation within is proving no progress whatsoever. Things are getting worse by the day. I have to find a... But... if all this research comes to nothing, what then? Sooner or later it'll be... But... Could he really bring... No. Surely he would...
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want to live?
Yes. I just want to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we? So these files are in. Time to wade through them. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Thelindis? No. No! Why? But you bear no... How could you possibly have anything to do with them? A diluted bloodline. Carefully... What a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk of Irminsul. Finster King! Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? No. This cannot go on. I am. As long as you can guarantee that no—
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. No, but if you let me go, you won't be.
Good point. In that case,
No, please! I just want to.
go on, live.
Yes, I know you're a.
If I let you leave, what will become of me? But remember, don't let anyone know you were caught. We'll be seeing each other again very soon if you—
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedavulnir.
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear. But now, he won't tell me how to actually resolve any of this, but he keeps trying to manipulate. Tell me then! What will this moment of And no answer. He's like a ghost.
So, the Eclipse Dynasty was purging, well, massacring the descendants of the Crimson Moon. And it seems like it was all connected to the Vinster. The king's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Conria, and it looks like this Thelindis, Rerir's would-be fiancée, herself belonged to a sub-branch. It almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other for so long. If the Vinster King hadn't And why does Vedderfanir, Daneslif's older brother, keep talking in Rerir's head? The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of someone's memories, you only time for something. We've been inside Rerir's mind. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines and mapping out. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rerir has.
Rerir, are you there? Hey, Rerir! Come out, it's urgent!
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met up with the other.
Okay. I'll come. But the Lindis is still over at the Universitas.
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before.
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all at this hour. When men and women of ambition can speak face to face in broad daylight.
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the—
You might ask your blade that same question. The word on the street is that Sir Delogi only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false.
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs—
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy, anything is possible. Assuming I have your full support in my research.
Lunatic. Robtatir. What brings you here?
Why, Dainsleif, of course. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhine-daughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you. So at least some of the rumors must be true. You're president of the Universitas Magistrorum, the chief royal mage known as the Wise by royal appointment, and by far the most favored among the four pillars. Vice President Veit doesn't even try to hide his envy.
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Were the king not such— Of course, no job is without its gripes. And as for Veit, in missing out on the presidency, he's—
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an—
You must be Rerir.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes, I handled your case file during your sentencing. Nothing personal, of course.
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif, you'd better have a very good reason for convening this little—
It's my brother, Vedalfenir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in both eyes and thrown in—
Vedalfenir in prison? Strange. I thought, does this mean the king's circle of trust just got—
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which is— I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the universe.
And also because you're slimy.
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right now?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedalfenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force. Tonight. I need—
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget—
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedalfenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting my blade will force the king to see the error.
So, Vedalfenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure the extent of His Majesty's madness is now all too clear. You have noble ambitions, Dane. But I'm afraid they don't do much.
A letter of pardon? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for anyone could— This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. But why is it taking this form? Does it have another mystery I'll need to
Author Thalindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 60 hours for experiment. Research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding moon marrow. Firstly, its origins have something to do with a god's power. Secondly, it serves as a portal to an as-yet. However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the question of where it leads to. To start with, opening the gateway requires a specific power source, which the relevant literature indicates